Have you ever seen those copy to clipboard buttons on websites and wondered how they work? The cool thing is you can actually do this with just a single line of JavaScript. Today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to implement this feature in your projects. If this is your first time here, my name is Chris and let's get to it. So this line of code right here is what performs the magic. It's a JavaScript function that is part of the Clipboard API, which allows web applications to interact with the user's clipboard. So if I simply paste this code into a JS file, or in this case, in a pair of script tags, and open it on my browser, for instance, what I currently have on my clipboard is this text copy. But when we refresh the page and that line of code runs, you can see that what we have now is the hello world, which was passed into the function. Now, for a more practical use case, we can add this function to a button that will enable users to copy whatever was passed into the function to their clipboard. For instance, I already have this code prepared right here. And as you can see on my browser, this button has appeared which says copy text, and inside here you can see what was passed in was the text copied. When I click this and paste here, you can see that it has been copied. Very simple, right? If you're wondering what use case you could use this for, you could use it for a lot of stuff. Literally, let's say you build a website where, let's say, a web3 project, and users have to copy your crypto address, and you know these are stuff that you can easily make mistakes while typing in the characters. So for instance, you can simply add the button and have this address added passed into the function, so that whenever a user clicks this button, you can see that it has been copied to their clipboard. Now, another instance could be perhaps you are running your personal blog and you write articles that have code snippets in them, and you know that some users will just want to click a button and copy whatever code that you added to your article. You could easily use this function to achieve the same results. For instance, here you can see that this is an example code snippet that is here, and I have this button that says copy code. When I click the button, you can see that I have copied the code that is in this code snippet. Now, if you're wondering how this works, it is a little bit more complicated than just the button that you add the function directly into it. As you can see from the code, I actually wrote the code down and gave it an ID of snippets. Now, in my JavaScript, I created a function called copy snippet, and I got the element by ID of that code snippet that I created earlier, dot inner text, which will fetch the text that is inside that element and then pass in the snippet into the clipboard function. And that's simply what makes it work. All this extra stuff is what I did. As you can see, when I click here, the text changed to copied and reverts back to copy code after a delay. And what I did was I added an event listener, click to listen for a click. Whenever the button is clicked, it adds this copied text to the button.inner text. It changes the inner text of the button to copied. And then I set a timeout for 1 second, which this is 1000 milliseconds, so it's 1 second. That after that timeout, I changed back the button.inner text back to copy code. And there are a bunch of other ways you could use this in your web projects, and it's pretty easy. As you can see, no need for external libraries or starting to install any tools. This is a very simple and easy way to add this to your projects. If it's not a very huge project on a large scale, you can simply add this to your projects. Let's say for your portfolio, you could usually add a button where, let's say, potential employers could copy your email or your GitHub link or so many stuffs like that. And that's it. Pretty simple, right? With just one line of JavaScript, you can add this super useful feature to your web projects. If this helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. See you in the next video.